Alright, hope everybody's having a good day. This is City Boy. The City Boy coming at you with the Injora 35 kg servos from Injora. This one here is gone about somewhere around 5 months, maybe. Nothing but water abuse, trail abuse, rock abuse. And I have to say, I very much enjoy these servos. So after submarining my vehicle for several months, I had to turn around and replace the one in my Element Sendero. You see the rig, you see the reels, you see what I put it through. 5 months. Finally, the servo went out. So I assume after submarining my RC over and over again, I previously broke this while trying to edit another video before doing this one, so I cannot show how this got broken. After water runs, it's understandable. It's on me because I'm running in nothing like water, but the gears lock up. They lock up to the point where even if you tried to break them free with a tool, your tool would wind up breaking, which I'm not too happy about this, but what are you gonna do? You know, it's a small tool, very thin material, but it did last a very long time. Now I have to find another one. Well, back to this. I love these servos. Okay, $25 gets me around 4-6 months of non-stop torque, steering, but it's pretty much designed to do. I like it because it's very cheap. Now, like I said, 4 to 6 months doesn't sound like a long time, but that is water runs, and I mean water. Okay, this gets more H2O than a fish. That's all I'm saying. So to have a catfish servo and it to be only $25, and I only have to wait maybe in my location the next day. That's how it works. I made this a hot item in my area, so now when it goes out, I order it. It's here the next day. I love it. This is my go-to servo. $25, 35 kg, 6 months, 4 to 6 months of nothing but catfish in this thing, man. And if you don't understand what a catfish is, I suggest you Google it, because that's what I make my servos wind up doing. Okay? And if you know what a catfish is, then you know where this servo goes. Okay? Especially on a servo over axle build. Okay? So when this is in that creek and pushing that mud, this is just eating it. 4 to 6 months. $25, 4 to 6 months. Catfishing in the swamps. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. It doesn't just go out on you. It's not one of those. This is probably my favorite part about this servo right here. This servo, I learned that it doesn't just quit while you're out trailing. Okay? So for me, how I found out that this one was bad was I went out trailing, ran really hard, catfishing, sending it full throttle. I don't know, maybe a couple hills and stuff. Now, a little side note, you got to remember the servo is on the front wheels. The front wheels take a lot of a beating. And then if you know about the RC, you already know about the servo saver, the servo horn, all that stuff. You know that the front wheels take a beating, which transfers the beating into the servo. Okay? That's where the kgs come in hand. If it's a 15 kg, good luck, homeboy. You ain't making it today. Get 55 kg, 45 kg, 35 kg works for me. Works great. Now, back to it. Now, these servos don't just stop working on the trail. These servos will not work the next time you power your truck on. That's how I find out that they no longer work. Okay, so let's say last weekend I went out, I did a heavy dose of trailing like I did. Okay, absolute blast. I went to 3 different locations with this truck that one day. 3 locations, everything worked out fine. Come last weekend, I go make sure everything's running right on Friday night for a little get-together on Saturday morning. That's when I found out the servo did not work. That's when you find out these servos don't work. These servos they'll work until they don't. But you never find out until the next time you're getting ready to go out. I guess where I'm getting at with the water will get in here, and I guess a few days of sitting on the shelf, not moving around, it dries up. And then what does water do to metal? It rusts and then winds up seizing. So I think that is what happened here, and which is why I broke my tool. And then you get I'm not sure if you could see that it's kind of ovaled from when I clamped down on it so hard, and I kind of broke it. But I can't, it won't move. They're seized. That's it. Kaput. I didn't do it on this servo, but I think the next servo I purchase, I'll pop the case open and then maybe put marine grease up here on the gears, and then I will do an update video on how long that servo lasts. But Injora is coming out with a lot. Injora's coming out with some new stuff. They're coming out with some new gear. Here in the last 3 months, I've really gotten into Injora wheels, tires, foams, electronics, couple of other parts. I mean, for where Injora was, let's say 4 years ago to where they are now, major improvements have been made. Me, how do I know? City Boy 4x4, how do you know this? I've been doing the cheap hobby since I started the hobby. I'm not sure if y'all remember Boom Racing. Back when it was shortly Boom Racing did Axial's first releases, the AXCs, and then the OG SCX10, the Green Deadbolt, the Power Wagon. Boom Racing was the cheapest around, but they weren't really the best quality, which is understandable. Very cheap back in the day, you know. Going back, shoot, that's 8 years ago, 9 years ago with boom racing. So almost a decade passed. Almost a decade passed. The electronics, the internals, the materials, the technology. I mean, especially now, a little bit off topic with the Traxxas Fortec. I also got one of those. I'm gonna do a video of that thing, and I'm gonna touch base on a few things with that, but that's another time. In conclusion, if you don't know about these servos, and you're just finding out now, I highly recommend it. Now, if you don't touch water a lot, and you try this servo, get back to me. Let me know how long this thing lasted you. Let me know in the comments. It's a pretty long video. It's all about Injora and the servo itself. Alright, so if you wind up getting the Injora 35 kg for $25 and you get it shipped to the house and you put it in your rig and you don't do water, that's what I want to know. Myself, I cannot stay out of water. I can't do it. It doesn't matter how many times I go out there and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay dry today. I'm going to stay dry. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it. So, that's where I'm at. New one went in. Old one came out. Made the video on the old one. 4 to 6 months on $23. Can't beat that for the price. I mean, I ain't complaining. I love it. I love it. Really good servo. I'm going to wind up getting the 45 kg to put in my Rift. And then, yeah, especially, I'll touch base on how long that servo lasts. From day one in the rig to when it dies, because the Rift will not be going in water. The Rift is going to be doing hill climbs and jumping and flying sky high. So that servo is going to take the actual beating, where this one just hangs out with the catfish all the time. And that's not even on the company. That's on me. That is water damage. That's excessive water damage. And I am very proud of that for how long these last, taking my water abuse. On that note, hope y'all enjoyed me rambling on all that. I'll see you next time.